Welcome to Motivational Positivity for Entrepreneurs, the business motivation podcast that ignites your passion, powers your perseverance, and transforms your potential into success. Designed by Pod Network for the dreamers, the doers, and the believers in business. This is where your journey to greatness begins. Get ready to be inspired.
$80 billion a year is
If anyone in the world
in
can
America
do it,
on lottery
so can
tickets. Nobody spends anything on friends.
If people can get that,
That's
I hope
more
they
money
give
than
that to kids.
Starbucks,
Like if
Burger
you want to be
King,
an
Taco
astronaut,
Bell,
why would
Kentucky
you?
Fried
If you want to be
Chicken.
the president of
Why
the
do I
United
learn a
States?
skill?
Why would you?
Why do I
Like
promote
you can't.
myself?
You just have to figure
People
out what it's
spend
going to take to get
almost
there
nothing to
and do
promote
it.
themselves.
Take a step every day.
My
And so
PhD
that
dad
paradigm
what do you think? I have
was in my
made of
brain.
money? I can't
Maybe
afford
I
that.
don't exactly
And your
remember,
rich
but,
dad used to say
this
what
idea
instead of I can't afford
no matter
it.
what it is, it
How
may just
can
take
I
time
afford
in a particular skill set.
24
But if you
hours
want
in
to
a
run
day
a
when you're
multi-million-dollar
alone in this
business,
brain.
find somebody
At 13
doing it,
years
give them a
old,
mentor.
I had
find 10
a,
people that are doing it and learn little things from
I had
it,
a
right?
kill list.
It's all there. It's all been done
Street
before.
Smith basketball
So that
rankings.
was kind of where my paradigm
And I was
came around.
nowhere to be
Can't,
found.
must.
So I was
My
like
philosophy is
57
very simple when it comes to my family.
So I will look at 56, 55, all the way up to number one, who these players
they're
are.
hungry,
So
it's
when we go on
because
an
I'm
AAU
starving.
travel circuit,
I don't eat until
hunt them
they
down
eat.
and knock them down.
I'm not comfortable until they're comfortable.
How can I do
I
that?
don't have
What would
unless
it take?
they have.
Or why should
That's
I do
the
that?
mentality, and that's the
Your
mentality
brain
that I strictly
is the
get from
only
my mother.
thing you have
And so for me,
when you're going
you know,
through
having
depression,
that kind of
hard
mentality,
times, you're
but what
going
comes
through
with
death,
that,
real life.
what comes with that is a
Everybody
certain
else
work
is,
ethic that you have to put forth.
partying
It's
it
easy
up
to slip
Saturday,
back
you know, whether
into,
they won or lost,
I'm not going to push
time
myself.
eating pizza,
Because
doing
when
this.
people blow
I'm
smoke
thinking
up
about how I'm
your
gonna get better.
constantly,
A question
24/7,
opens the mind, a
365,
statement
it's a
closes
good
the
feeling,
mind.
you
So
know,
you say, I can't afford it,
now
the
you're
mind shuts
vigilant,
down.
high-performance
They
person
become
will be
what
subjected
you
Absolutely.
say.
You've seen that.
Don't toot
That's
your own
why
horn.
guys like
Be seen
Gates,
and not heard.
the late Steve Jobs,
Don't show
Elon,
off. Don't be a
they
brag.
don't hang.
Don't talk about
Eagles fly
yourself.
alone.
Don't get so much attention.
It's hard
We're told
for
this as
the
little
birds
kids.
that are flying at
Fly under
10,000
the
feet to blow
radar.
smoke up
If you get too
you're
big, you're gonna
25,000
get
feet.
attacked.
People are trying
Nobody's
to do
telling
the
us.
impossible.
Get so
right now.
big
They're
that
trying to
no attack
save
can bother you.
what they make.
I realize
Dude, it's
if I
easier
keep
just to
going
make another
back,
$4 grand. There's no
going
shortage
back,
of money.
and
There's no
going
shortage
back
of money on this planet.
until
There's plenty of money. You said
just
$4 trillion
becomes-
has
your mind
been
will
freaking
say,
manufactured.
okay,
You got
we're
it
gonna
first
figure it
said
out.
there's no
Find a
shortage.
way.
Because he
You
is
know,
not
clear up your
going to
thinking
stop.
about what your daddy thinks a lot of money is. And get rid of the thinking that you make enough. You don't. Nobody does.
It was just about money.
And
It's
then
like this
start
money
thinking,
just
okay,
sits
my
here. What
first
is it?
target
It's
should be
just pieces of
125.
paper.
That
Somebody
gives you
decided
the
on the
top 5%
colors
of all the
and
earners
values.
on planet Earth.
Somebody put a little stamp on it. A lot of work went into like making me believe this is somehow valuable. And
Planet Earth, bro.
today
You're-
I just
you're
know
on
that
top.
like,
You're
man,
at
until
the
this starts
party.
moving
At
around,
least you've
it's
been
not
invited
valuable.
to the
People are way
party
more
of
valuable.
prosperity on
And
planet
yes,
Earth.
and
I'm not
yet
talking
it
about
tricks
money, man. I'm
most
talking
of the
about taking
masses
care of
into
your
thinking,
kids.
It tricked me
Or
for
you
years.
want to send them to school.
They got a
You're
hold
gonna
in the
have to buy a
account
car.
and
You
the
probably need a
security
house.
and the
Yeah.
story about the rainy
You need
day and
clothes.
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
keeps
You're
this
gonna
whole
have an
class of
emergency. You need
population
freaking
down.
I'm
You
not talking
save
about
the
money,
money,
right?
save
So,
the pennies.
Now, if you want to get in the big
now I'm like, I don't want to save it. I want to use it.
About these other numbers.
You know, so like if you asked me today, hey, would you rather have $1 billion?
It doesn't take any talent.
$1
to be a
billion.
critic. It
You have
takes real
30
work
seconds to make
think
decisions
through
on
an
1 billion
idea
friends.
and see the world differently from everybody else, articulate it, and then put your reputation on the line and go popularize it. Right? That's work. It's not easy to do.
You hear so many guys
and,
tell stories about your
you
work
have
ethic.
to be willing to
What
be
was
unpopular.
really your work ethic like, and for how long did you stay disciplined?
You know, when I was 15 years
well,
old,
I mean,
starting into my exercise
every
journey,
day. I
remember sitting on the couch and not wanting to go to the gym,
It's an
and
everyday
it flipped in my
process.
brain. I
And
was
trying
like,
to figure out strengths
the
and
harder this
weaknesses.
is,
For example,
the stronger I
jumping
become.
ability.
So the
Man, my
more I
vertical
feel
was
this
a 40,
pull to
wasn't
stay
a
home,
46
the more I
or
go.
45.
I was 15 years old and it was freezing
my hands
cold
are
in
big,
Canada,
but they're not
up in
massive.
Toronto. And I go
So you got to
running at
figure
5
out
in the
ways to
morning, and
strengthen
people go,
them.
why do you do
so
that?
your hands are strong enough to be able to palm a ball and do the things that
And
you
that was
do.
always my belief.
Quickness,
Because
I was
hated
quick,
it.
but not
And I would go off until I
insanely
just threw
quick.
up or
I
till
was
my lungs
fast,
burnt.
but not
Maybe that was the inner
ridiculously
contempt
fast.
that I felt.
Right, so I had to
but it was also like, I know.
rely on skill a lot
I don't
more.
want to do this.
I
Nothing
had to
about
rely
me
on
wants to do
angles
this.
a lot more. I had to study
So I
the
do it.
game a lot
Right,
more.
and that maybe
And,
allowed
but I
me to build that
enjoyed it though.
mentality.
So like from the time I was, I can remember when I started watching the game, I studied the game,
right?
and it just never changed.
There was endless obstacles. There was a lot of
Technical
deterrence.
question
There was a
here.
lot of
I'm not sure
negative
how you can answer
mindset. People think I'm
Who would
just
Shaq
naturally a
be if
mentally
he had
strong
your
guy,
work
but like,
ethic?
oh man,
He'd be the
I
greatest
had more
of all
struggles
time.
than anybody, and that's why I succeeded. Right?
Shaq
Because
had your work.
used
He'd be the
those
greatest of all
things.
time.
I
For sure.
rather than say,
He'd
oh,
be
I
the
can't
first
do
to
it.
tell you that. that for sure. I mean, this guy was a force like I have never seen.
Right? It's just like seeing it as an opportunity for progress.
You know, a guy at that size. Generally, guys at that size are a little timid, and they don't want to be tall. They don't want to be big.
Man, this dude was.
Take the first step and then
he did
run
not
full
care.
speed.
He was mean.
That's the greatest opportunity
He was
for progress.
nasty.
You see the easy road.
He was
over there.
competitive.
Man,
he
let
was
everybody else go that way.
vindictive.
Let them all go that way.
He was.
You go over there.
Yeah.
Right?
I wish he was in the gym. I would
why
have
did I
had
build
12
big
rings.
legs? I mean, or some people say some of the best legs of all time because nobody else did it.
You had
I have
to
so
work
much
ethic.
respect for you.
My God, yeah. We ain't be close.
It's not, you get it, like it's not easy.
And anyone that ever read a Flex magazine, especially with Arnold Schwarzenegger, Joe Weider was always there. Always there.
I sucked at it.
Well, as he got older,
it's funny that,
he's no longer with us
I was told I
today,
didn't be a
but that
professional
was the
bodybuilder
last
because I
photo
had
shoot
small
that he
legs
would
and narrow
have
shoulders.
with all
And
of
if
the
you ever want to
athletes.
look at a picture
It
of
was
my
the first
bodybuilding
time
career, I had the biggest
since
legs on
those days
stage
of
by far
Arnold
and the
that
widest shoulders by
Flex
far.
magazine
Because somebody
athletes,
said that to me, and I was
muscular
like,
development athletes, which was a rival magazine, still is, all came together. So it almost be like DC and Marvel coming together for Stan Lee and having a photo shoot. So that's kind of like what it was. I was there 2 hours before the photo shoot. Reporters come in, they're like, why are you here? I'm training legs. Now, I just lost 26 pounds, competed, this and that and the other. And I'm talking about 26 pounds in one day and competed. While everybody else is, partying it up Saturday, whether they won or lost, they're all having a good time, eating pizza, doing this. I'm thinking about how I'm going to get better. I said, you know what, I'm going to get my ass up. I'm going to go to the gym. I go to the gym. Reporters are like, why are you here? And why are you training legs of all things? You're depleted. You're this. And I said, I got 5th last night. They're like, yeah, but you got sick. It happens. This, you got 5th in the world. It's not that bad. You're the youngest pro on the circuit. I said, you know what? That's cool that you say that, but I'm very stubborn and I want to train so hard that I'm trying to make a compelling argument with God and the universe that even if he says no, he's going to be like, well, I got to give it to him because he's just too damn stubborn.
I love that.
Every day suffering, being broken, duct taping my feet up, stress fractures, shin splints, being broken. This is my new norm. And your mind says, if we're not broken, this ain't normal. We gotta be broken. So then your mind starts to get tougher and tougher and more callous. People, how did you run on broken feet? Broken shins. My mind knew this is how we operate. We're in Navy SEAL training. This is what we are. I became hell. And that became my new norm. I gave myself no way out. There was nothing outside these walls of hell. Nothing. I love God, but for a short period of time, I became the devil because that was hell. I became the boss, the owner, the CEO of Navy SEAL training. That was my mindset. And that's how you get through things. You immerse yourself in wherever it is, and you become that.